Hi Capricorn, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your August 2025 tarot reading. Thank you to those of you who have liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, source what we have in front of us. It's a Celtic crossword as always, and I also pulled the 4 agreements and wisdom oracle card for you guys. But we're actually going to start the reading off of rolling those astrology dice we have in front of us to get an idea of where your folks should be as far as that goes. Alright, we have Pisces. So Pisces is actually a third house of communication, short journeys, and siblings. We have the North Node there currently. Alright, we have 8. And 8th house energy for you guys is Leo. And of course, we're going to be in Leo season pretty much until around the 22nd of August. So it makes sense to see that come up. Of course, we'll have a new moon in Leo coming up on the 24th of July. There's currently a Mercury retrograde going on in Leo. What else? And then toward the very end of the month, Venus will be in Leo as well. So yeah, definitely lots of 8th house energy going on for you guys. And we have Jupiter. So Jupiter is actually in your 7th house of partnerships, contracts, and relationships, and that's Cancer. So makes sense to see that come up as well. But keep all that in mind as we go through the main spread. In the main situation position, we have the 3 of Cups reversed. And challenging that, we have the 7 of Pentacles. So Cancer energy here and Taurus energy. Now, this could just be saying that maybe something that you once thought would be reason to celebrate might no longer be the case. And for some of you, maybe it's around the fact that maybe at one time it was fulfilling for you, but maybe now as you're still engaging in that, it just seems like it's taking more and more work to do so with less return on that work, right? So let's just say this was a business partnership that you entered at one point, right? And maybe at a certain point it was really lucrative, everything seemed to run smoothly, but now it just feels like you're doing more and more work and getting less and less payoff from doing so, you know? So that's just one of many ways that could be playing out. Could be maybe even romantic partnerships that you're in that you feel like, okay, at one point it was fulfilling, not so much now, right? It could be friendships, hobbies, you name it. But it looks like ultimately that's what's going on there. Something that at one point might have been, or seemed at least like it would be reason to celebrate, now when you're actually going through the day with that, it doesn't seem to be fulfilling anymore. In the foundation position, we have the 8 of Wands. So this is Sagittarius energy here, which is your 12th house. So yeah, this could just be saying at the very least you have a lot of thoughts going through your mind around what to do around the situation, right? So for some of you, maybe there's a desire to just go in a new direction altogether. Maybe for others of you, there's a thought about how to fix the situation. But either way, it looks like your mind might be racing currently. All right. In the past position, we have the 9 of Wands. So yeah, so this looks like something that you've been giving a lot of thought to. Could also just be pointing to, for some of you, there's been a lot of time that's passed within the situation as well. So that could also make it a little bit more complicated to leave a situation like that behind if there has been a lot of time, energy, and effort dedicated to it. In the present position, we have the 5 of Swords. So this is Aquarius energy here. So yeah, so for some of you, maybe this is even around some kind of a financial deception that you might have experienced, you know? So a super generic way of putting it, let's say you entered into a contract with someone, right? And they made it sound really appealing in the beginning. So, all right, let me, another example that comes to mind that obviously wouldn't be the case for all of you, but kind of reminds you when they have those offers for like a credit card with a really great interest rate in the beginning, but then there's like an asterisk. It's like, oh, after the first year, your, interest rate's going to be super high. So something like that, right? So maybe in the beginning, you're like, oh, this is awesome, right? I have this is really low interest rate. Then the next thing you know, a year passes by, the interest rates incredibly high, right? To where you're like, okay, now it feels like I'm really being taken advantage of in a situation. So obviously that was just a generic way of expressing the general energy that I feel in the air with this. All right. In the near future position, we have the Four of Swords. So this is Libra energy here. So to me, this does say that at least you'll be given some time to actually heal and think through what you want your next steps to be around the situation. And given that this is Libra energy, this does seem to be another indicator that points to, for most of you, this might be more of a financial thing than a romantic or friendship thing, but obviously for some of you, it could be those other categories as well. All right, the position of your influence in the situation, we have the Two of Cups. So Cancerian energy here. And to me, it says at the very least that you want to have like a meeting of the minds, right? You want to be involved with people that you could see yourselves as equals. So whether that be a romantic connection or business partnership, you name it, right? I feel like that's ultimately what you're looking to bring to the table and have others bring to the table with you. So that's what I'm seeing with that. All right. In the environment position, we have the High Priestess. So yeah, so this could just be telling you that ultimately you might need to really just tap into your intuition. And I feel like this is saying that if you do so, you'll actually get the guidance you're seeking around what to do around the situation. In the hopes or fears position, we have the Two of Wands. So yeah, so to me this says that ultimately there is a part of you that does really want to take action in a new direction in a situation. But again, like we said, it just feels like you just don't feel like you're quite ready to do so yet. All right. And in the outcome position, we have the Five of Cups. So Scorpio energy here. And to me, this says that ultimately it looks like this is just saying that you're going to go through that grieving process, right? Of just, I mean, if we see the Three of Cups reversed in the main situation, and now here we see the Three Cups spilled on the ground, right? So it could just be saying you might go through your grieving process around whatever the situation was that at one time did seem to have a lot of promise, but now seems to have falling apart a bit. But to me, this says that when you are done with that, right? If we see that they're facing those Three Cups, but to me, it says when you're done with that, and ready to move forward, right? Because we see these Two Cups in the forward or future position, then I feel like this is saying that there will be a new partnership waiting for you. All right, and bottom of the deck we have the Two of Swords. So yeah, more Libra energy here, and this kind of goes along with what we've been saying to this point, where it seems like you're thinking through what to do around the situation, just not quite ready to act on it yet. All right, from the Four Agreements deck, we have be impeccable with your word, and it says become a white magician. All right, it says all the magic you possess is based on your word, and you cast spells all the time with your opinions. You can either put a spell on someone with your word, or you can release someone from a spell. Definitely an interesting message there, especially given the fact that we currently do have Mercury retrograde, right, which can lead to miscommunications, things along those lines. So hopefully that message resonated with you. And from the Wisdom of the Oracle, we have Time to Go. There's the artwork. The number is 45. We'll see what this has to say. All right. Essential meanings says endings, completion, walking away from something because there is nothing else to learn or experience. The Oracle's message: you are at the end of one journey and have not yet begun the next. This is the moment to bless your experience thus far. Take stock of what you've learned. It's time to move on to new experiences and a new way of being. There is nothing left for you to do, be, or experience in your present circumstances. Take the risk and move on, even if you need to be in transition for a time. Your destiny is calling you. So yeah, that was an interesting message there. It does seem to align with what we were saying, where Looks like there's at least a thought in your mind currently of leaving a situation behind because there might have been some deception there. But hopefully that resonated if that's the case. The relationship message says it's over, or at the very least, the form this relationship has taken is no longer of service to you or the other person. This is a time of letting go, of knowing that the journey has come to its conclusion. That doesn't mean anything is lost. Although this card could speak to a breakup, drifting apart, or the end of a soul contract, it is more about release than destruction. Remember the saying, if you love something, let it go. If it comes back, it's yours. If not, it never was. Endings are always a sign of new beginnings. If you want something deeper, walk away. So yeah, definitely an interesting message there. Especially that last sentence where it said, if you want something deeper, walk away, right? Because to me that says that, okay, maybe even through doing so, it's even possible that that situation with the same person could come back together at some point in the future in an improved version. But at the very least, I feel like it's saying you're going to have to make some kind of move to get it out of this phase it's currently in. The prosperity message says, this message is clear. The path you've been on with your work, creative projects, and business alliances has come to an end. You will not find the success you desire by continuing with what is now in front of you. This is an auspicious sign because there is no choice that will benefit you other than risking stepping into the unknown. It is time to walk towards something new. This card also pertains to the more neutral concept of completion. You've finished your task and can rest assured that this ending will open up a powerful new avenue of opportunity, even better than any you can imagine. You have done all you can. Now trust that Spirit keeps the plan moving forward. Fortune requires you to conclude this chapter of your life. And remember that when you close one door, another opens. So yeah, so a bit of a heavy message there, but yeah, like I said, it does seem like there is a situation you guys have been going through that seems like maybe it had promise of fulfillment at one point and might have even been fulfilling at one point, but it seems like it's no longer there. And yeah, like I said, it seems like you guys have been thinking through what you want to do around it, but just don't seem like you're quite ready to make that decision just yet. So hopefully that message resonates with you guys. Wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.